basically, there's been a lot of talk of the comprehensive spending review and job losses, and from the government side, there's a lot of talk about how the private sector would compensate for the job loss. So we thought that we'd make a map. We were inspired by the Leeds Cuts Watch, the garden blog. So we visited the website, we scraped some data from there, and we thought we'd just create a map to show how many jobs have been lost in Leeds. Then we thought we'd also create a map which would show how many jobs are available in Leeds, and a map illustrating how many people are on job seekers allowance. So if someone wanted to analyze that, there are people who are taking job seekers allowance, but they're not going out and seeking work. So is it really their fault? I mean, are there any jobs available in the area or within the area where they can get on the bus and get the job? We also looked at, we then expanded a bit and looked at the funding cuts that some of the areas faced in Leeds. Most of the data came from the Leeds Cuts Watch. But what we did, we basically took all the data and put it on a map so people don't have to go through different stories and they can just get the figures right away. But now Suzanne will talk about the sources.
Okay, we got the information about how many people are claiming job seekers allowance. That came from the Office of National Statistics. Every month they publish a list of how many people are claiming unemployment benefit per constituency all over the country, so it's a really helpful source. Like I said, we got a lot of the funding axing we got from the Cuts Watch website, which is done by Guardian Leeds. And in terms of the jobs available, what we actually did was we went on the Job Centre website and managed to get a search by postcode. So what we did was, when the postcode came up with where the job was available, we then managed to work out what constituency it went into and have worked it out like that.
So you can see here, unfortunately the red's not showing up very well. This is actually a dark red and this is a light red. So what it does is it orders all of the numbers. So funding acts, jobs available. Can you see that changing? Yes, a little bit. You can see these off to the left. And when you hover over, down here in the bottom left-hand corner, it actually shows you the raw number. So you can see that funding acts Leeds Central lost 15 million, whereas LNet lost only 10,000. You can click through different sets of data, and Nick did the awesome visualization here to make it look really nice. And it's actually fairly powerful. So if you wanted to add another data set, all you do is you add, you get this form, and you just literally name a data set and then put in the data, and it'll add a new data set to the list of data available. 30 seconds. And I think that covers it.
And this is also a work in progress, because right now we don't know the extent of redundancies and the jobs available. So with more jobs going and more jobs coming, we'll keep on updating it, and the color coding will give the results at first glance.
And with more news coming out as the days and weeks go on about the spending cuts as well, people can go and add on their own example of something being cut at their office or near their house or something like that, and do that as well.
Thank you.